Hey guys, welcome to Unboxking, where we open packages from tech to drones direct from the source. Today we've got a package from Poland, and it is a fishing lure. Now before I open this, I just want to show you what started the purchase of this product. I get a magazine called the Tackle Trade World, and it's for fishing stores. And I've been getting this magazine for quite a few years, and on the cover was this thing called, not this thing, but this lure called the Coco the crab. Now, in Japan, we do a lot of Seabream and sea bass fishing. And you know, when you're out there casting these range vibe type lures, these actually catch a lot of the Seabream. They absolutely love this lure. As much as you think they would, like to be hitting the crabs and the mussels and those kind of things, they actually hit this range vibe a lot of the times. So when I saw this cover, I went, oh my God, I gotta get this lure. So I started looking, and it's only in Europe. Now, there are some other types of crab lures, and there is one in Australia called Crank a Crab, mate. And Crank a Crab has been around for quite a while, a couple of years, but it's a little expensive. It's about $20 a pop. This one is about $11.99, I believe, so it's a little bit cheaper. So that's one reason why I decided to go with this one. But in Australia, it has a huge following fishing, in the sort of boat marina type areas where the water isn't too deep, and they're out there catching tons of the Seabream. And this year I want to be doing lots of Seabream lure casting because it's something I got into. So without ado, it's time to open the Coco the crab lure. All right, here we go. How's the packaging? Now this came from a store in Poland called Fishing Mart, and I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out. And the price tag on this is saying 40.50, so I guess that's some type of Euro type currency. I'm not too sure what that is. And there she is, Coco the crab in various colors. And this one is like a red black. This is a sort of like a lime greeny with a black and a bit of a gold trim to it. And this is more of your traditional black with a sort of gold underbelly. All right. Woohoo! I got my crabs. I'm really happy. I never thought I'd be saying that. I got crabs and I'm happy. Okay, here we go. We're going to be opening our first Coco the crab. Man, this is awesome. I've been dying to see these things. Oh, look at it. Unbelievable. It looks just like a real freaking crab, man. Wow, unbelievable. So there you go. You got your little dangly danglies. Now, one thing that's really, really neat about this type of lure is I do a lot of surf fishing for Seabream using a traditional fishing style called otoshi komi. And what that means is dropping lightweight baits off surf breakers with just a little bead on it with a hook. And I've been using crabs for almost 15 years off these surf breakers. And what happens generally is the Seabream will actually come down and bite the side of this crab down and take almost half of it away. Or sometimes they'll literally just swipe the whole entire freaking crab right off the hook within like a millisecond. So with this lure, what's going to happen is as soon as they come in for a bite, I'll get a nice close up here. As soon as they come in for a bite, man, they're gonna hit that hook. I mean, there's no way they're not gonna miss it. Here we go. I'm the fish coming along, and all of a sudden, boom! You've got him. He's on. So there's no screwing around with this kind of lure. Wow! Just hooking my finger right there. Here goes our third one. Oh, a little promotion there. These are lead-free lures. Very cool. And there's the third Coco the lure. Coco the crab, I should say. Coco the crab. Coco the crab. Be careful with this lure and your line. He's such a lifelike crab that he may give your finger a little nip. Of course, we're kidding. Kind of a funny one there. All right, so we've got the lures, and now I think we need to actually see what these look like in a tank full of water and what kind of action these lures are going to give. Alright guys, we are back, and what I've got here is just a little mini aquarium, and what we're going to do is test Coco the crab out and see what it looks like in the water. We're going to throw the GoPro down there, and we got a little chopstick with some line and a little snap onto the lure itself, because that's probably how I'm going to be using the lure itself. I'm going to actually put it on a snap like that. Alright, let's see what happens when we make our cast. Okay, right away, as promised, the little legs actually do pop up. Pretty cool. Let's get the GoPro in there and see what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Coco the crab. Hilarious. So when it goes upside down, it doesn't flip over, obviously, because of the weight. But as you make your casts, I guess as you pull, it'll sort of adjust. Let's see if I can try to get this to go upside down. No, it doesn't really go upside down very much. The tentacles don't get stuck into this snap swivel too much, it seems, so that's good. Okay. This lure is approximately 6 grams, so I'm a little worried that I won't be able to cast it too far, but next week we're going on a fishing trip for for Chinu and Seabream, so hopefully we can test it out. Okay, the next part of our video, what I want to do is create some real world situations. Obviously, on the bottom of any ocean we have rocks. Now what I'm worried about is whether or not the actual hooks would get stuck onto a rock. So let's see what happens in this situation. Coco the crab is in the water. Alright, she's on a rock. Jeez almighty. You know, that's pretty cool. When the tentacles get close to the rock, it doesn't get stuck at all. I mean, because the way that they float up, basically. Huh, that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to try to jam it inside there. Let's see what happens. Trying to jam it inside that rock. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. That's pretty good. I was going to use a brick, but I don't think... Well, I'll try using a brick and see if I can sort of create a spot where it could get kind of stuck in between the two and see what happens. Alright, so I'll try to cast this, and I'll move my GoPro into this position here. This is actually a pretty fun video to be making, I tell you. Alright, so let's see if Coco the crab gets stuck inside. Oh my god, this is crazy. It doesn't get stuck into the rocks at all. Wow, this is so cool. You can just bounce it off the rocks. You never have to worry. Wow, most impressive. Sometimes the hooks do get sort of wrapped around the swivel, but I don't think it's a problem. Once you start to yank on it, the hook will actually come off the snap swivel. But other than that, it seems to be awesome around rocks. That was my biggest concern with this kind of lure, was, you know, what would happen if it got stuck in rocks and stuff like that. But this thing is not getting stuck at all in these, like, you know, tight little rocky crevices. In fact, the tentacles, not the tentacles, but the little legs actually help sort of make sure that the body doesn't get stuck. There it is, Coco the crab, Coco the crab. I'm in love with this lure, guys. I'm in love. All right, I think there's not much else to say about this lure, except I think it's time to get it out in the field and actually test this out. Okay guys, this has been my review of Coco the crab, and I think this little lure is just going to be an awesome little thing in Japan for, you know, everything that goes from sea bass to, you know, your snappers, your Seabrims, anything on the bottom. One problem we have in Japan is a lot of fugu or pufferfish, and I know they're going to be slamming on this one, and they've got some nasty teeth, so I hope they don't start ripping off the tentacles. Could be a problem, won't know until I go out in the field testing. Alright guys, this has been my hopefully complete review of Coco the crab, and if you guys want to get one, just go down in the description down below. I'll put a link to the eBay store I got it from. Shipping was really cheap, it wasn't very expensive, and they actually didn't have my country. I emailed them and they were able to set up Japanese shipping. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and next week I'll be using Coco the crab for the first time, and hopefully I get some big fish. Thanks for watching guys, peace! Question of the day. Do you think crab lures are going to work in your country? And if so, why?